Well, I'd like to say good afternoon to everyone, those of y'all that are tuning in. This is Bahili, aka Bahili Isboshik. Glad that you all are tuning in. I would like to say that I don't know what's going on with the world today. There's so much violence and stupidity. We got people robbing banks, killing each other over what? You know, you go in the bank to rob it, what you gonna get out of there? $200 or $300, a couple of $1,000, and you're running all over the country, and the police following you everywhere, and people's coming up missing, and this is a safety concern for a lot of families and their children. To keep your children safe and other family members, because the world is a violent place at times. And now we are looking for answers to some of these problems, and some of them I don't know how much of an effect that some of these politicians are going to have on some of these issues. Everybody got a solution to the problem, but I'm fed up with them. I've been hearing solutions since I've been here on planet Earth. You know, everybody's going to fix your problem, but I'm led to believe the only person that can fix your problem, most of it, is going to be you. What can I do for myself? That is my cry. And I tell people that we got to stand up and do what we can for ourselves. You know, take care of your family. Try to provide a living for yourself. Because if you're waiting on somebody else to do it for you, you're going to probably come up short. Your life standard of living is not going to be what you want. Because don't nobody care for you like you care for yourself. So I don't know what to tell you except we all got to be vigilant, prayerful, and concerned for our neighbors. And some of the foolishness I'm seeing going on in some of the neighborhood is just foolishness. It's a shame. Peoples are there fighting, videotaping fights, and acting all, in some cases, like they don't have a care in the world. Just doing a lot of foolishness, a lot of things that are dangerous. Hitting each other with baseball bats. People dying over a chicken sandwich. That's where we are at today, and we all looking around for the boogeyman or the terrorists. And as they say in history, one man terrorist may be another man freedom fighter. It all depends on who is describing the situation. Such as the terminology, when the terminology compound is being used. Sometimes we have to be careful with that when they're reporting on that, because it tends to get you to believe that somebody's doing something wrong. There are people that have lifestyles that I may not want to live, but that don't mean that they don't have a right to do it. And so we just have to be wise, use wisdom, and look at the world situation. Do for yourself. That's my main cry. Do what you can for yourself. There are people that say they want help. They don't want help. They just want something for free. They don't want a job. I told somebody the other day, I said, that man ain't hungry. The lady stopped her car, ran out of her car to the back of her trunk, popped it open and gave him something to drink. That was a kind deed. But a lot of these people, they're not hungry. They know where to get food at. They make a They got plenty of spending money. Everybody pull up to the corner and give them $1 or $2 by the time the evening is over. They can go do whatever they want to do. Some buy drugs, alcohol, or whatever. And some of these people do not have a real legitimate need to stand on the corner and say, I'm hungry. There's a lot of them not hungry. You take some of them some food, they may throw it back at you. But in thinking, as the year come to an end, we thank the Lord for allowing us to be here today. Thank the Lord for my family and all the things that are going well with me. In a few hours, I got to go to my doctor's appointment and get some checkups or whatever they're going to do. Sometimes I get tired of looking at them. Older folks look like to me, well, you get older, they look at you as a revenue source. Sometimes that's the way I feel about it. Sometimes they look at you as a revenue source. Everybody want to sell you something. My phone ring all day sometimes. Look like somebody want to sell me something that I guess they think I need. And for the elderly, we're asking you to be careful of some of these phone calls you get about investments and other things, because some of these people are scammers. And sometimes they get an attitude with me. I tell them I have no interest. And they're trying to convince me otherwise. Sir, I have no interest. I'm not interested. And I have to go ahead and hang up the phone. Just hang it up in their face, because I have no interest in some of the things, some of their investments. Because somewhere along the line, I'm going to have to give you my information. I don't know who you are. I didn't call you, you called me. Same thing with the social media. Some of the people get on here, and I try to socialize with different ones online. People want to ask me where I'm from, this and that. I'm thinking, well, then you see that on my profile. And, so many of these questions, and sometimes I just don't respond. But we're telling you and asking you to take care of yourself and your family, and also enjoy your life. On the political realm, whoever you support, that's up to you. If you're a Donald Trump supporter, amen. You're a Democrat, amen. Whoever you want to support, that's your right. Go ahead on. As I have said so many times, I have lost faith in all of them. They call them politicians. They get on TV and argue, and later on they socializing with each other, and everybody's smiling because they're doing well. And a lot of their close friends are doing well, and their families are doing well. They go up to Washington, D.C. in a couple of years. I guess most of them become millionaires. And on the other hand, for us peoples of color, or peoples, black peoples, sometimes we're slow in getting things done because we're stingy. We're going to have to put some money together, then we support a candidate and tell them specifically what we want them to do. We running around, we shall overcome. Somebody else writing a $200,000 or a $500,000 check. We gonna overcome, all right. But the man that written the check going to Washington, D.C. to ask for his favor. Yep, I got tired of politicians and all of the talk they got. For the most part, the common man, the average man and woman, I don't see too much really being done. A lot of things is centered around big business. And if you want to get your part, you're going to have to take action to do for yourself. What can I do for myself? we're going to have to learn to do some things for ourselves. The politicians don't have a magic wand. At least they're not going to wave it in your favor. Now, for those of you all that want to worry God to death, I still say the same thing. After you get through worrying God, what are you going to do for yourself? What are you going to do for yourself? God don't have time to come down and deal with your little small problems at times. He may overlook some things and do things for you, but we do more asking than doing for ourselves. What are you going to do for yourself? That's my cry. I hope everybody have a wonderful day, and I trust that you're being kind to one another, and try to stay out of trouble, and try to stay out of these jails and prisons. And don't get too excited about some of these things that are going on in the world. Just look at them closely and meditate on them and calm down, because you'll be all upset, and next week they'll have something else for you to get you all upset. And to the Democrats, I love you. To the Republicans, I love you. To the liberals, anybody else, all these different persuasions, I have love for you. I don't have time to fight with you over politicians. I got tired of looking at them. I don't see too much in my lifetime they have really done for the people. Things are not what we think they are. Maybe we need to crack open some more books and read and look at some things. But you're going to have to do for yourself. I'm sorry to tell you, you're going to have to do much as you can for yourself. You're waiting on somebody to do it for you. They don't have too much for you. Do for yourself.